be awesome. So if you're here, you're taking notes, let's do this. So number one, we're going to craft your story. Number two, we're going to identify your claim to fame. And number three, monetize yourself. I know that may sound a little funny, but I'll explain what that means in a moment. So number one, we're going to craft your story. So when I started this presentation, you noticed that, I told you a little bit about what we're going to talk about, why it's important. And then I told you a little bit about my background, my story. So you can understand who I am, what I'm about, where I come from. When you know more about me, then you're going to have more trust with me, right? And when you share your story with other people, they're going to have more trust with you. So how are we going to do this? Number one, we're going to start by defining your bold vision and inspired mission. Now, in the book, Amplify Your Business, we go over exactly how to do this. Your bold vision is the thing that you're aiming to achieve with clarity. You're really being able to vision it with clarity. So your bold vision is going to be, how much money do you want to make? What things do you want to accomplish? Who do you want to work with? How do you want your business to work? How do you want your career to look? How do you want your life to be? And that's probably the most important thing, is to start there. What do you want your life to be like? What do you want your life to be like? We get so caught up in different projects and different things that we're doing, the busy work, we don't take a good step back to look and think about what we really want our lives to be like. It was funny, after writing this book, Amplify Your Business, we did a book launch, and I would ask people, what is your bold vision? What is your bold vision in life? What is your bold vision for your business? And can you guess what the number one answer was? I don't know. What? Are you kidding me? You don't know? This is your life. Right now, it's happening. Everyone's life is happening right now. And you've got to define what you want so you can work towards getting it. Does that make sense? An inspired mission is really the how you're going to get and achieve the bold vision. Again, we have exercises in the book, Amplify Your Business. If you stick to the end, you're going to get an opportunity to score the free chapter that goes over this stuff. So stick around. We're doing great stuff right now. It all starts off with defining a bold vision, having clarity on what you really want. Anything else beyond that, you're going to be wasting your time. If you're taking actions, not working on what you ultimately want, what are you doing? And we're not going to do that because we're rock star professionals. We're going to start off with having a bold vision. Then we're going to lead with your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why? For me, I'm really motivated because I know what it's like to grow up with low self-esteem. I know what it's like to grow up being introverted. I know what it feels like, and I've seen friends and family go down a downward spiral. And it's sad because they actually have unique gifts and talents that they could share with the world, but they didn't see how to leverage them. They were beaten down by all the ridiculous negativity that's out there. They were beaten down by all the challenges that come up. And I want to inspire people and empower people to reach their goals. So that's my why. But it's not all about me, it's about you. What is your why? What is the reason you do what you do? You need to understand what that is, because when you communicate that out to other people, that's going to connect with them more than I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to sell this product. I'm just trying to do this service. You need to let people know the real reason why you do what you do. Plus, it has the extra bonus of giving you more energy, giving you more fuel to move forward with the vision that you have. Because, it's a challenge. It can be challenging to achieve your bold vision. You're going to come across things happen in your life. Things will happen. But when you have an inspired mission and you know the reason what you're doing and you can communicate it, share with others, that will help you achieve your goals. And that's an important part right there. Tell your story. You want to have your story. You've had a life. You've had a life with a lot of experiences. And you've overcome challenges. And right now you have knowledge and information that will help move people away from pain, move them closer to pleasure. And you can share the experiences you've had and the answers and solutions you've found to help people with that by telling your story. When you tell your story and you let people know who you are, what you do, how you can provide value to them, that is how you're going to start attracting and building an audience. Does that make sense? Are you getting this? If so, if you're getting this, go ahead and chat yes in the window. I want to make sure you're still with me. Only thing about webinars, it's not my favorite. I like how you can do them from home. They're really cool. But I don't like necessarily how you can't necessarily see everybody. When I'm speaking in front of a large audience, I can look out in the crowd. I can see nodding heads. I can see people shaking their head. Yes, I can look into people's eyes, see that they're getting it. But it's helpful to get the chats to make sure that people are still with me. So I appreciate that. And thank you very much. You know, it's really a positive thing. So we want to be bold. When we're thinking about a bold vision, important thing to do is not just think about, I kind of want to make a living. I want to make, a living doing what I like to do. Well, you got to be bold. You got to think about building an empire. Think big. When you think big, you aim for the stars and you really think about something that excites you. That's going to do two things. Number one is it'll excite you. But number two, it's going to help you take the actions to achieve the bigger, bolder vision. If you make plans to build a doghouse, chances are you're going to build a doghouse. If you make plans to build a skyscraper, even if you didn't build the skyscraper as large as you wanted to, you're going to be much better off than if you built a doghouse. Does that make sense? You got to be bold with the bold vision. You got to lead with the why. So go ahead and write this down. If your mission were a movement, would you buy in? If your mission were a movement, would you buy in? So when you're thinking about an inspired mission, you want to create a mission that's going to be powerful and impactful, that other people would buy into it. And if you wouldn't buy into it yourself, then how can you expect other people to do it? I've told people about my mission to inspire and empower 100,000 entrepreneurs to thrive in life, and they buy into it because they see that when others are thriving in life, using their unique gifts, following their true passion, and serving a higher purpose, that will make not just me better, that'll make the people I'm helping better. That'll make the community better. That'll make the world better. It's got to be a movement. It's got to be big. It's got to be larger than just selling a product or selling a service. It's got to be larger than just getting likes or followers. Here's a good quote. You have to understand your own personal DNA. You need to know your personal brand and stay true to it. So it's really important that you understand who you are and you're true to yourself. That's a personal branding expert right there, Gary Vaynerchuk. So again, tell your story. Nobody else can be you. You've lived your life. You have the experiences. You have the knowledge, and it's up to you to share that with the people you want to help. One of the people that we've connected with, Shana Miller, she's an 7-time Olympic gold medalist. She's in Jacksonville, Florida, and she did some amazing things in the Olympics back in the 90s. And she could have, rode that and just said, hey, I've been an Olympian, and moved forward. But she chose to leverage past experience, past knowledge and information to create her own empire. And she now has Shana Miller Collection. She now has Shana Miller Lifestyle. She's being able to do this and do a lot of great things. The cool thing is you don't have to be an Olympian to do this. Now, it's been great for Shana, but you don't have to be an Olympian. We're seeing people now do this with all sorts of backgrounds, whether from any industry. You see teenagers doing this. So teenagers are leveraging their personal brands to amplify their business, to grow their business, to have more profitability and freedom in their lives. Okay, so we're going to move on to step number 2. I think I've made up some time there. Step number 2, I know I'm talking fast. I got my coffee in front of me. And I tend to talk fast when I'm really passionate and excited about things. So step number 2 is identify your claim to fame. Your claim to fame. And this could be a lot of different things. It's going to be the credentials although those aren't really sexy, but they might tell people a little bit about your background. Awards you may have won. Awards can be prestigious. Sometimes awards are not as valuable as others. Becoming an author. There are a lot of people write books. There are a lot of books out there, but it still differentiates you from the masses. Most people don't write books. Most people don't take the time to put their thoughts together in a meaningful way and become a thought leader by being an author. So when you become an author, that can help differentiate you, and people look at you differently. They see you as a thought leader. When we released our book, we had people looking at us differently right out the gate. It's creating your channel. You need to be able to create content, whether this is blogging, whether this is doing video, whether this is social media streaming, social media content, doing newsletters. You need to create your channel that you're going to be putting your message out there that people can come to, and you can be the thought leader. And you need to have your guarantees. Now, a lot of times what prevents people from doing business with other people is, that people are afraid of the experiences that they've had in the past, afraid of being burned. And so when you put a guarantee in what you do, that can usually alleviate that concern. Here's the most important thing. Make sure you write this down, because it's this one that starred. It's the proven process. It's really the claim to fame. It's the differentiator. All these things together, if you use all these are like put more points on your score, help tip the scale to win business. There are a lot of different options out there, but when you tip the scale, you get people to come to you. That can be really powerful. And the proven process is probably the most powerful thing. And, oh, by the way, we're talking about personal branding. I just wanted to mention that there's a lot of different things that you can do with your personal brand. It's the vision, it's the values, it's the clarity, it's the colors, the fonts, the presence, the collateral, all those different things. And there's a lot of different things. We don't have time to go over all these, but you can go to my YouTube page. I'll send you a link on that. And I'm actually going over 52 different ways to refine your personal brand. Really powerful stuff. It all goes down to making sure that you have consistency with defining your claim to fame. When you do that in a consistent manner, it becomes popular. Another thing to write down while we're in this section, and this is really powerful. Jen came up with this. It's really powerful. It's a great strategy. Your company name is the only business type that claim to fame. And if you have you as your company name, you can put that in there. But you are the only type that does what? And this is that differentiation that we're talking about. If you don't differentiate yourself or what you do or your service, then it's going to be very similar to all the other alternatives out there, and you'll be seen as a commodity. When you're seen as a commodity, you've got to compete on price. Unless you're Walmart, competing on price is not a winning strategy. It's going to have you working harder, not smarter. So when you identify the thing that makes you unique, and you're claiming to fame, something that makes you different that no one else can claim, that's the differentiator. So here's an example of one of our clients that we've done this for. Maxine is an esthetician. She's actually an award-winning esthetician. And she was putting out workshops, and she was putting out her message. She was getting some clients, but she was having trouble really getting people to buy into her system. And we looked at it, we reviewed it, and we said, you're really not sharing the things that make you credible. And you're really not sharing a proven approach. You're just saying that you are a coach to help other people. You don't have a system or something that's differentiating you from all the other people that could offer very similar services. So she went to a power day, and she worked through defining her proven approach. Now, we developed a Drake approach and went through, it has a brand, right? It's a branded approach there. And she went through defining her proven approach that only she can offer and made it clear. She highlighted her credentials and her awards, And when she started with this new marketing effort, she was able to sell out her events. She was able to earn business and clients. Now, if again, when she was a commodity and just saying, hey, I'm a coach, she's one of thousands of coaches out there. Really targeting, honing in the message, differentiating. Now she's one in a million, right? And now she's a differentiator. And actually she's like no other, because no one else can claim the Drake approach, right? So we work with her. It's amazing. She became the 2016 Spa Industry Gamechanger Award winner for the efforts that she took when we worked with her. It was really cool to see that transformation just by making those adjustments. So you guys still tuned in? We do have another tip to share, but I want to make sure that everyone's still tuned in, still with me, still drinking the coffee. My coffee is no longer hot, but it's still tasty. All right, so we're going to move forward. Oh, by the way, sticking with us to this presentation, you're going to get a free ebook plus a bonus gift I'll reveal at the end of the presentation. The ebook, Amplify Your Business, really cool stuff. It goes over defining your bold vision, inspired mission, a lot of great resources you can get just by registering your book online. So move to step number 3, monetize yourself. Monetize yourself. We're going to talk about producing your own materials such as books, magazines, content. We're going to talk about becoming a speaker, creating products, becoming a brand ambassador or influencer, coaching and consulting, so you can train others in your industry. And the whole thought here is we work with our clients, we work with people that come to us, and we help them develop multiple revenue streams. If you're simply trading your time for money, you're doing it wrong. And we could say that we were doing it wrong at one point. And you get trained to do it wrong when you start off in the workforce. You start off going to college. They train you to do it wrong. They don't train you to be successful entrepreneurs. So monetize yourself. You're going to create things once and sell it many times. You're going to be in front of people. You're going to be having an opportunity to sell one to many. Now, we used to do one-on-one consultations, and that became a way that we were putting that information out there. And we still do coaching and still help people on a higher level. But where it becomes really powerful is when you can do one to many, and you can get in front of a lot of people and have different opportunities for them to do business with you at different levels. So when you develop multiple streams, you have multiple income coming in, that diversifies your business portfolio of how you're making money, and that also amplifies your business, which is what we're ultimately looking to do. And we're looking to do that so we have more freedom and fulfillment in our lives. So what can you sell? A lot of times we get people come up saying, hey, I want to do this. I have no idea what to do. I don't even know what I could sell. What can you sell? You can sell mastermind. You can get people that are trying to do similar things in a particular niche or industry to come together. You can do virtual group coaching, VIP power days and retreats. We have power days coming up on July 13th and 14th, personal branding and marketing action plan power days. We do retreats occasionally. Do-it-yourself programs. You can create content, guide people through a process. If you're going to save them time, if you're going to save them money, and you're going to give them the opportunity to make more money by getting them to see things in a different light, that can be very valuable. You create it once, you sell it many times. That's very powerful. You can also create templates and scripts for people in your industry. Checklists can be very helpful. Again, this is getting people to get the results. You want people to have results. So you're providing you're providing value, and you're doing it in a smart way. You can also sell physical products, and you can even sell complete systems. A lot of things you can sell. And if you don't have these things for yourself developed yet, you don't need to worry. You can also sell other people's products and services as an affiliate, and you can make money with that too. But ultimately, at the end, it could be very beneficial to create your own to elevate your personal brand and authority. So we've done this, as mentioned, we do this ourselves. We created our own workshops, our own products, our own trainings, and now we're seeing it really all come together. and it's very powerful. We're helping our clients do this as well, and it's been really impressive. You see how powerful this is? Can you see that if you really started to think about doing things differently, expanding things, and it all comes back to the central point, how it can really amplify your business, how you can multiply your revenue? This works. We worked with Jamie Ross. She's a top landscape designer. And Jamie Ross was out there. She was competing in her industry, but she was competing against other landscapers that are playing small. Her projects are big. Her projects are, $20,000, $30,000 projects. And she can't compete against, the regular landscaper on price. So she needed to do something. She needed to really find her story and share her approach, share what makes her unique in a clear way so people understand the difference of what she does and what other people do. She provides more value because she really thinks about things to a different level. Now, I'm not going to get into her personal story at the moment, but I tell you, when she started telling her story and really let people know who she was, what she was about, purpose she served, she started attracting the right clients and started to get more business doing that. So it's really powerful. This stuff works. So will you be my next success? Will you be our next success? Right now we are putting out these webinars. We're speaking around the nation, but we're looking for the people with the right attitude, expertise, and drive to become rockstar professionals and work with us to become a rockstar professional. Now remember,